Yeah, what's up, you guys? It's kind of a weird angle. Let me back it up just a little bit. Okay. What's up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over my collection of original Xbox games because we are doing a full set. Why? Well, I'm pretty nostalgic for this. The OG Xbox was my console growing up. It was something I played a lot. I actually chucked my original Xbox and it still worked after I threw it. But I never got a chance to play that many games on the Xbox. And growing up, we didn't have a whole lot of money. My parents did their best. I was able to have the console, and I always really had a console. Started on the Sega Genesis, went to the Nintendo 64, and then we picked up this bad boy, the original Xbox. Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to play most of these games. Right here, these 4 games, that's my original collection that I still had from a teenager. This isn't Street 2, unfortunately. The game's kind of expensive now. This is Tony Hawk's Underground, the first one, which I have the second one here somewhere. They're not in alphabetical order. I haven't been doing that yet, although the collection is getting to the point where I need to put them in alphabetical order. Just so you guys know, we have a total of 61 games so far. I was buying quite a few off the internet, and I've kind of slowed that down, unless there's something kind of rare, like coming up soon, I found something on Facebook Marketplace, which to me is like a half and half, right? It's you got to find it still, you got to look online, so I don't know. It's still kind of cheating, but I'll show you guys that video later. So let's dive a little bit more into real quick why I'm deciding to collect for the OG Xbox. The reason for it, like I said, nostalgic for me. I also think cost. You can find a lot of games under $10, but you can find a lot more games under 20. And looking at the list of most expensive games, there's games like Futurama. I don't really remember any other ones. I know Futurama is one of the most expensive ones on this console. Oh, there's Outrun 2, I think is what it's called. I'll throw something up on the screen that shows it. Don't have that yet. So cost, that's a huge one. They're relatively easy to find, especially here in the Washington area. Obviously, Xbox and Microsoft is here. Its headquarters is based here in Washington State, so we tend to find the games a little bit easier. The only downside of living here in Washington and finding the games easier is they have this like Microsoft company store sticker on it, which can be quite annoying because that thing is not coming off, I promise. I don't know what adhesive they used, but I've tried to take them off and it just rips the plastic off. So yeah, I don't know if I heat it up, maybe that'll help. If you know how to get those off, let me know, because I'd really like to just keep this Voodoo Vince and not have to go get another copy. I'm not going to worry too much about the stickers. I want to keep this collection. To be honest, I'd like to eventually just have a gigantic library, collect for almost every console ever made. It's going to take me a long time, so we're not even there yet. We're starting with OG Xbox. Price, it's also easy to find games. It's not overly hard to I've seen most of these games at most of the stores. I've seen from the list, I've seen most of these games everywhere. So that'll be kind of nice. Be pretty easy. I'm going to Portland Gaming Expo in 2 weeks, so I feel like that's going to also give me a good advantage. I'll be able to boost up my collection there as well. Also, in this generation, which is the PlayStation 2 and GameCube's generation as well, most of the games run better on the Xbox. From what I've heard, I don't think every single game runs better on the Xbox, but the Xbox has a little bit more power than the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. In PlayStation 2's defense, PlayStation was out before the Xbox, and also Xbox has Microsoft, who makes software for computers, so they got a pretty good understanding of software and computer compatibility. So those are my reasons for collecting for the original Xbox. So recap real quick. Cost, because the games are usually on the cheaper side. Availability, at least in my area in Washington State, these games are very available. I can pick them up pretty easy. And it's a nostalgic console for me, and the games play better on it from what I've heard. And the exclusives to me are really fun, like Azaric. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard it's fun. There's some others that are exclusives, like Jade Empire. You guys can kind of see it right here. That's probably one of the best games on the console. Okay. Let's get into some of the games I'm looking forward to playing, because like I said, I haven't played all of these. I haven't even touched most of them, to be honest. I haven't had time. I have pretty much the full Star Wars collection that is on Xbox. I'm missing one game because I thought this was the same, just the special edition, so I didn't buy it. But it's Jedi Starfighter, not just Starfighter. So I need to pick that one up, and I will have completed the Star Wars collection, so that's kind of cool. So, like I said, these 4 right here are my original. So I've played the Grand Theft Autos, the Underground 2. I played Star Wars Commando, probably my favorite Star Wars game on this console because it's different. It's a first-person shooter. It's a really good game. I'm excited to be able to jump back into that. It is available on the Switch now, so it is readily available on other consoles. Actually, I think Limited Run might have been the one that put that out, so it might not be as available as I'm thinking. This was also my original collection. This Star Wars Clone Wars game is pretty fun, and Tetris is always good. Haven't played these, so I'm ready and excited to get into that. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, fantastic games. I did play this. I don't know if I rented them or what, but some of my favorite RPGs. I love BioWare, so BioWare is extremely good. Then we have the Ghost Recons. I've never really played those, but we're going for the full set, so I need them. We got Ghost Recon 1 and 2, and then Ghost Recon Island Thunder. No idea which one's better. There's also Black Hawk Down, which is fun. Voodoo Vince is one of my favorite games on the console. I keep saying that. That's one of, I got a lot of favorites on this console. It's just a cool little, mascot beat 'em up type game. I enjoy playing it. I wish I had the manual for it. Of course, we got the first Call of Duty, Leisure to Shoot Larry, which is not something you guys are going to look more than that. We got Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, James Bond, Crimson Skies. I'm not going to go through each and every single one of them. I bought Aragon because I love the books. They're one of my all-time favorite books when I was growing up. So I wanted to see if this is as bad as the movie that it's made after. So be on the lookout for a video for that, and we'll see. This Obi-Wan game looks pretty interesting. All right, moving on over. MLB Slugfest. I didn't think I was going to like this game, but it's actually really fun. It's like if you guys have ever played the Blitz games, it's just like that. Like you can punch each other when you're running the bases. It's really good. Project Gotham Racing. I played that a little bit growing up. Just a good racing game. Amp Snowboarding, also played that. It's pretty good. The Spider-Man games, these are the Sam Raimi Spider-Man games. They're good. They follow the movies pretty much. Ultimate Spider-Man. Fantastic game. I got to play that the other day. Lots of fighting Venom in that. Really, really good. Hulk's Ultimate Destruction. Man, that's a good game. There's these X-Men games. Simpsons Hit and Run. Never heard of this Marvel Nemesis. It's like a arena fighter. It's pretty cool. Now, real quick. One of the games I'm most disappointed in after I played was this Pirates of the Caribbean. I do want to give it another shot. It is a Bethesda game, and I do love Bethesda. But the menus were really confusing and not easy to follow exactly what you were supposed to do. And I ended up selling my ship on accident, which, you kind of need a ship to be a pirate. So that ruined that whole thing. Yeah, I'd like to visit it again, but probably not for a little while. This Mech Assault game I've heard is really cool. I'm going to have to try it out. Let's scoot back just a little bit. We have the full Lord of the Rings set here. We got Fellowship of the Ring. Now, that doesn't follow the movie exactly. It's pretty close, but it's not like these. These two are movie adaptations. They look exactly like the movie. You got, the actors from the movie. I don't remember if they voiced the characters in it or not, but these two are great. I love playing these games. Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. That's a really fun RPG-style Lord of the Rings game. Brute Force. I've never even looked at what that was. I just picked it up because it looked cool. Some other things that are pretty awesome about Xboxes, they used to have what they call OXM, which these games used to come in. So these are demos. I thought there was more on the back. But there's demos included in here, so you can see all the 12 Xbox Live Arcade game demos. You had Bank Shot Billiards, Astropop. So yeah, there's a video for Dragon Ball Z Saga. You can watch Sagas. But this is like early internet days, so this is one of the ways they used to sell the games, and it's cool. I like how the menu works in these. I have 2 of them so far, plus this arcade thing. I couldn't get this to work, and I don't know if it's because you have to have online, because it is an Xbox Live Arcade thing. So, woo, caught that. So it'll be interesting to learn how that works. But then we got this too. I'm going to be on the lookout for those. I want to get them in these cases because it's cool. They're numbered and they have dates on them. So 49 and 45, June 2005, and October 2005. They were like $2 at a game store. So there's the full collection. Some of the games I'm looking forward to most playing. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so these X-Men games are going to be really fun. They're like a Diablo-esque, kind of, sort of. Kind of similar to Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, which is also on the original Xbox. But I have it for the 360. But I'm going to have to buy it anyways, because we're doing the full set. I'm really excited to try this Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. I've heard that's one of the best games on Xbox, so we'll have to try that out. As I said before, we're sitting at about 64 out of 868 games, so we got a long way to go. Let me look up. I'm going to see how much. So we're at 64 games for a total of $686. How much have I spent? No idea. Probably a little bit more than that. Actually, probably not. I got a good chunk of these games from Half Price Books when they were having a 20% off sale for Labor Day, so awesome. Few things for collecting that I want to set, some ground rules. So I don't really care if the game doesn't have a manual, but it needs to have a case. I have to find these games in the wild. They have to be out. There might be times where I go on Facebook Marketplace, I'm going to be 100% honest, and buy some games, especially for the harder ones. Like I said, Facebook Marketplace deal I got going on, and I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. It's well worth the pickup, so I got to do it, man. I got to do it. There's a game in there. It's not extremely rare, but it's worth some money. You guys will find out after I put that video up. So I just want to share some of the stores that I've been picking up these games with, where I've been picking up these games from. Some of them I picked up at PAX West. I picked up from Pink Gorilla inside PAX West. I also picked up some games from Pink Gorilla in Capitol Hill. D-Pad Games in Renton, I've picked up quite a few from. We took a trip over to Idaho when I first started collecting. That's where a large batch of these games came from. It was 3 stores in Idaho. I don't remember the name of all of them. I know one was Retro World. And there was 2 more, but I can't remember the names. I might look them up, put them on the screen over the top. I picked a couple up at GameStop. There's a few retro stores, GameStops around me that I got to visit and pick up a couple games. I did buy some games from DK Oldies. I don't hate DK Oldies as much as everyone else does. I do think they overprice games sometimes, but you know what you can do is just not buy them. Don't be dumb like me and spend $80 on Simpsons Hit and Run. Should not have done that. FOMO kicks in real bad when you're doing collecting. I went to Owl's Record Video and Games store. So that store is pretty interesting. I don't think I've recorded in there before. They seem a little different. I'm not up at the confidence of recording in people's stores yet. I haven't. Some of them I have. Hope to show you guys the stores in the area. You know, in Kent, Renton, all the cool places that I'm going to be exploring. I want to share that with you guys and document this whole journey for myself as well. So this is video number 1, starting off the collection with 64 games. We only have 800 more to go. So I'll have to create like some sort of art to be like 64. Maybe that'll be the sound that always plays.
How about new?
If you guys want to follow along in the journey, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button so you see when more of these videos come out. I plan on picking up video games every week or so, maybe every 2 weeks. Sometimes there'll be big ones, sometimes there'll be small ones. So yeah, also be on the lookout. I'll post some videos on playing games as well. I did the Green Lantern one here. If you guys want to see which games I collected at PAX West and kind of get an understanding of what PAX West was like this year, check out the PAX West video. Will be down in the description. Hopefully I remember to put it in the corner. I don't remember which I think it's this one. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps out. Peace out.